Today we are watching one of the most historic football clubs in the Netherlands. Den Haag have won 2 Dutch titles in the 40s and 2-time cup winners in the 60s and 70s. In recent times, this club has been like the weather.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes
Really bad. And at the moment, it's not looking very good. 10 years ago, a Chinese investor bought the club with a vision of being champions. Instead, he didn't back his word, didn't invest, which almost caused the club to go bankrupt. They had to rely on the youth and free agents. The squad was rapidly getting worse and ultimately getting relegated. Since then, they've got new owners, but things are still looking shaky. With Den Haag being the 3rd largest city in the Netherlands, they haven't been able to produce a team to battle and rival the teams like Ajax and Feyenoord. One big factor about the club they do have is a very loyal and loud support. Recently known on the negative side as trouble broke out against Excelsior in a playoff game to potentially gain promotion. But I am really looking forward to my first visit to this football club. I am also on the road to 100,000 subscribers, so if you are new, please subscribe. Let's travel to Den Haag, the 3rd largest city in the Netherlands. I am excited. We are back once again, ladies and gentlemen. Look where we are, by the way. Arnhem Central. I always stay in this hotel. I feel like it's the middle point in the country where I can just get to places very easily. But I do have one problem which is annoying me. There's a bus replacement I've got to figure out, and it's going to be very difficult timing-wise. It's 4 hours and 30 minutes till kick-off. It takes 2 hours to get there. I haven't got too much to look around the city, which is the problem. It's currently 12:30 now, and I've already travelled from Groningen to Arnhem, which was 2 hours in itself. So this is a long day of travelling yet again. The building design on this train station will never fail to disappoint me. And I have no idea what to expect from today's game, but one thing I do need to figure out first is this bus replacement. So this should be quite straightforward, but this is a train track, not a bus. This has just worked out a treat. This has worked brilliantly. And now we're in Den Haag. Finally made it after all of this travelling today, yesterday. I think the travelling is now catching up. And it's such a shame because I would have loved to have seen Den Haag. I love visiting different places, walking around, having to see what it's like. But I'm going to have to get on a train and head to the stadium as kickoff is literally in under 2 hours. Here we go again. And back out again. Oh, definitely did not trip. And now we've got a 19-minute walk to the stadium, which actually you may be able to see it in the distance over there. Cannot wait to get it. It looks all right from the outside. And let's not forget, it was good at Groningen last night, 4-1 winners in the end, but here we go, Den Haag, how can they do? I'm also very glad that I've actually looked into the football club I'm watching today because I did not realise how historic this football club was, winning trophies in the 40s, 60s and 70s. I did not realise. About a 19-minute walk to the stadium. I love a stadium tick, we are back. Before we lay eyes on this stadium, I want you guys to comment down below which club you want me to visit this season. Leave it down below. And here it is in front of us, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't mean you. The floodlights in this go diagonally over the stadium, which I quite like. It's quite a bit different, but look at this. This is very different. From the outside, it looks like a mini spaceship. Tell me that doesn't look like a mini spaceship. It does. If you want to know another fun fact too, but this is a capacity of 15,000. This is like watching Norwich City, green and yellow everywhere. The problem is there's nothing going on around the stadium at all though. From the city centre to get to the stadium is a little bit out of the way. And maybe that's in reflection to maybe not many people out here already. Who knows? But first impressions, it's a spaceship. Here we have the front of the stadium, and I'll tell you what, from here, this does look nice. It's not so old school by the looks of it. I think in 2007, this is when it got created or renovated, one of the two. However, I like the badge at the front of the stadium, and you know what, from the outside, it's got my approval. It looks like that this is probably the supporters' home too. That's one thing I love about Dutch football too, is the supporters' home the fans can go to before a match. Like a community, it's a good feel. But I think I'm going to go and enter the stadium now, because there really is nothing out here to do, I'm not going to lie. Alright, just like that. And welcome to Den Haag. Oh my goodness me. Just look at the graffiti on this, all the way down. Oh my God, I'm gonna have a little walk, I'm not gonna lie. I think this is insane. This is what's so brilliant about it. Really brings that character. Even look at here, you'll never walk alone, this sort of thing here. Graffiti is massive, it brings the character out of the stadium. Look at this, I'm well impressed. Well impressed. Haag City firm, louder than a bomb. I prefer not to be bombed if I'm honest. This is just so cool, so cool. I am a sucker for loving graffiti, I'm not gonna lie. The creativity, just everything, oh my word. Don't get me wrong, that's probably more in relation to like a firm or fighting, but it still looks cool. Like sticking the middle finger up at me, I'm not too sure about that. Cheers, thank you. Oh my God, €4.25 for that. Are you, where's the rest of it? Have I genuinely just paid €4.25 for this little... What? €4 and it's about 2 sips, honestly. I am honestly livid. I feel like I've just been scammed. But here we are, folks. Look at the inside of the stadium. Whoa. I like this. I like this a lot. I genuinely think this looks so smart. It feels very enclosed on top of the pitch, which I really like. And look at that opposite me. It just looks nice. I don't really know how to describe it, but I just feel like aesthetically, it looks good. It's got a bit of character inside, but outside it's a bit modern, so I like that. I just don't think there's anything to complain about in here. The only thing to complain about is €4 for this. €4.25. Oh, I feel like I've been scammed. Tell you what, we are very close to the players coming out. And this stadium looks very empty, I'm not gonna lie. Very empty. Even the away end over here, it's just a bit empty, isn't it? It looks a really class stadium, if I'm honest. And I've been speaking to a guy and he's been saying how the manager, no one likes him at his club. And they would prefer losing a few games to then the manager being sacked and then they can start the momentum from there. And here we go then, the start of the second division. I have no idea who's meant to win this, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm excited for this one. And here you go, some sort of anthem. It's not a full stadium, I must say. It is like I'm watching Norwich City right now, I'm not going to lie, the green and yellow. Here we go then. The start of the season for this club, Den Haag versus Venlo. I don't know who's meant to win this, if I'm honest. Start of the season, no one knows, I guess. Here we go then. We're underway. Let's see what this game has in store for us. Hopefully, a lot of goals like last night. That's where the ultra section is. And you don't really see it as a long side ultra section, especially along this stand. You wouldn't normally see it. Normally, you'll see it behind the goal. Even the sponsor seat opposite. There's no one here for the first game. Looking at their shirt, they've got so many sponsors on here, but none of them want to turn up to the game. It may not be a sellout, but it's bloody loud in it. Defenders literally just left it. Oh, it's missed. That was a sitter and that had to be put away. I tell you what, they got away with one there because that should be 1-0. For the people in here, let's just say it's pretty much half full. The atmosphere has not been bad whatsoever. What can he do? Fizzles it in. Hold on. Right, the atmosphere's been alright, but the standard of the match, oh my word, it's so low, it's so bad. Right, the standard's been poor. Is there some end delivery? No. I genuinely think this second division standard is like watching the National League North in England. Right, we're 30 minutes into the first half and yeah, not much has gone on at all. What's going to happen here? Yep, just clear it. Oh, bang it. Yes, yes! Oh! There it is! There is the goal for Den Haag. There we go. It was about time. It was a shot. The keeper couldn't handle it. It carries out to the attacker and there it goes. 1-0. Somehow they've scored. Somehow. But brilliant. It's good to see the home side celebrate. It's good to see it as a neutral coming in. It's good to see. I genuinely thought I was going to be watching a 0-0 here. The way I've been watching this, it was only a 0-0 on the card, so it had to be some form of mistake for them to capitalise and score. And that is half time. 1-0 to Den Haag. Fans are behind him. Atmosphere's been great, but the football hasn't been the best. But nevertheless, they're 1-0 up at half time. And we are back underway for the second half. I'd like the game to be better, if I'm honest. More goals would be nice. But let's just take a moment to appreciate the stadium. I actually really like this. However, I have heard a lot of these fans prefer their old stadium. It's a bit more charismatic, literally like an old school English stadium. They prefer that. But to me, I don't mind this at all. Hold on a minute. There's just been a red card. But it's been a second yellow where Den Haag are now down to 10 men. Now this is a long, long time to hold on for the 1-0 lead now. It was a stupid foul. It's a red card. And they're down to 10. And that is a long, long time to hold on, I'm telling you. If the game-wise and playing-wise was bad before, imagine what it's like now when they're down to 10 men. It's going to be a drag, isn't it? Chances to make it 2. Ooh! So there's a player on his team. This guy right here. This one here. Supposedly the fans just don't like him at this football club. I don't think he plays for the badge or anything like that. And obviously, the fans come first. And if you're not playing for the fans, but I'm not surprised that they don't like him. And there it is, there's the goal. It didn't really look like it was coming. It looked still in control with 10 men, so a little bit of a surprise, but nevertheless, when you've got that man advantage, you can always create more opportunities. And that is where they've capitalised and got the equaliser. And with 20 minutes to go, anything can happen now. But one thing is certain, and they're still singing, get behind the team. That's what I love about the Dutch fan culture too. Whether you're winning, losing, drawing, always get, I say behind the team when there's skills there, but that was the referee. Always behind being that 12th man, or in this occasion, the 11th man. The atmosphere is sounding so loud, I'm not joking. I don't just say these things for the video, it's just genuine. It's really good, really loud. Get in behind the team. Tell you what, on the pitch is a bit questionable. off the pitch in the stands. They may not be a sellout, but in the group they do create an atmosphere. It's so good. Corner ball here. Could this be the moment? With 8 minutes to go, could this be the moment they've been waiting for to get the winner? Here we go then. Okay. You've got to beat the first man. We're in the 90 and there's 5 minutes added on here. It is just a case of holding on. I think they need this point. You know, to start the season, you don't want to lose, do you? And I'll tell you what, it's coming to an end of a brilliant experience here yet again. The second division football, let's be honest, hasn't been the greatest, but the experience, the fans, the people I've been speaking to have now gone, unfortunately, has been utter class, and I cannot thank them enough for all the information and learning about the club ultimately. And that is the power of football, the people you meet. This is such a historic club with a lot in the past. There's a really good book in that, in all fairness. But with 30 seconds to go, it's been a brilliant time. I was warned not to have any expectations coming here. The fans have been brilliant. The football on the pitch, very questionable. And that is full time. 1-1 draw. Make sure you leave a like on this video, subscribe. And if you want me to visit more football clubs like Den Haag, then leave your suggestions down in the comment section. We're on the road to 100,000 subscribers, and I'll see you guys soon. Goodbye. Thank you to everyone I've met. It's been so classy.